Hi, in this short video I'm going to show you how to bay park. So again, I'm going to do it in the format of how to do it on your test. Okay, so we're in a car park here. We've got some bays to the left, to the right. So they will always do this in the test centre on the driving test. Well, they will in Norwich. Not all test areas are the same. They may use a public car park. So anyway, we've got a situation like this where we've got, quite an empty car park and bays to the left and the right. So before they get you to do it, they'll get you to stop and they'll say, right, what I'd like you to do is pick a bay, left or right, and reverse park into it so that you finish inside the bay. So the choice is yours. You can pick left or right. You can park next to a parked car if you want, you don't have to. Quite often though, it might be a quiet car park like this, so you won't have the choice. It'll have to be into an empty bay. Right, so what I'm going to do in a moment, I'm going to pick one to the left in this example, and I'll talk you through my reference points that I'm using so I can judge, so I make sure that I finish in that bay nice and centrally. Alright, okay, so I'm going to move off. So as always, we're moving off, all round observation, line spot, and off we go. So I'm picking one to the left, so I'm just going to roll up and park in front of the bay that I want to use. So I'm going to use the space seconds from the end. So I've just dipped the clutch, I'm going to roll up there, and now I'm looking to my left because I'm just going to stop when I get a line level with my shoulder here. I'll just put it in neutral for a sec just to explain this. So I've got one line on my shoulder, it's the bay in front of me, it's this bay in front here that I'm going to go into. And I know you can't see it on the video, but you'll get the idea. Okay, so in a moment I'm going to pull forwards and full lock, a little bit like the turn in the road, and aim towards, go across the road there. Now when I get there, in the left mirror I'm going to see in my left door mirror the line that's in front. So not the one on my shoulder, the one that's in front will cross the mirror, and that's the point I will stop and prepare to reverse in. Okay, right. So before I start, we've always got to look into where I'm reversed to. Are there any posts, shopping trolleys, any problems like that, any people? So it's all clear, all looks good here. Check my blind spot. Move off very slowly using very good clutch control, pull for steering, full lock across the car park. So I'm looking in this left mirror and I'm creeping forward until I get the second line just crossing my mirror diagonally there. That's it. So I stop, handbrake, and put into reverse. Look out back, make sure no one's walking behind my car, all around the car, release the handbrake, and now slowly move back, big steers, look back in that mirror, and I can see that line, and my objective is to try and get that line parallel with the left hand side of my car, so I can see that in the mirror. So the car is starting to pivot round now, and it's starting to come close to that line. So at this point I think I'm going to be a little bit too close, so I'm just going to take some steers off so my wheels are straight. So now I'm just going to move slightly back, and I'm coming away from the line. Now in the right mirror I can see the line on the other side, so I'm in between two lines. So all I need to do now is steer to the left to pivot the car around so it's now parallel, and take the steers off there. Before I continue back, look outside the back, make sure no one's walking behind your car, look over the right blind spot, bring the car in slowly. Now I want to finish so the front of the car is just inside the bay. So how I do that is I'm going to use the line that marks the ends of the bays, and that's moving towards the front of my car along the doors. So I'm going to move back until that line is just under my door mirrors, about a couple of inches, which is now. So I'm looking here, I can see the lines just moved up closer to my mirror. Does the same on the other side, so you can use either side. So now I know the front of the car is sitting inside the bay. Knock it out of gear, put the handbrake on, relax my feet. I'm now in. Now at this point, if you've got any doubt as to whether you're in the bay, there is no harm in looking. And I am. So I'm good. If I wasn't inside the bay at this point, I can move forward, straighten up and bring it back in. That is perfectly acceptable to doing your test, okay? So as long as you finish inside a bay, you will get a fault for the moving forwards, but I think you can live with that. Anyway, so that's the bay park to the left. And now we'll keep the film rolling and I'll show you one to the right, because it's the same principle, just where I'm looking is different. So let's have a go at that. So let's look all round. Now I'm going to head down this aisle against the arrow, so that's a bit naughty of me, isn't it? So, but I'm going to pick a bay to the right, and I'll just for simplicity terms, I'm going to pick the second bay in, so not the end bay, the one in. Hopefully you can just capture that on the shot. So I'm moved close to the bays, and I'm going to creep up, just dip the clutch, use the brake, and I'm looking at the line. It's just coming up with my shoulder. Boom, there. Now I'm going into the bay in front of me. So I've got one line on my shoulder here. It's the line in front under my door mirror, which I'm going to be looking at and guiding myself in. I will use the right hand mirror to do that when I've swung over there. Right, so all round observation. Now what I do need to do is, if I look into my bay here, there's another car opposite reversing. So I've got a hazard. I can still reverse it, I'm just aware that I've got a hazard. So look over my shoulder. Slow car, fast hands, big steers. Look again, look all round. And now the line is moving towards the back of my car. And in this mirror here, the right mirror, I can see it just crossing diagonally through my mirror. Handbrake, reverse. Look all around the car. Release the handbrake, move slowly, steer. The opposite direction to the right, round we go. Now I'm looking at the line, and it's coming nice and close to the car, and now I'm going to end up too close to it, so I'm going to take the steers off. There. Come away from the line. There. And I know you can't see this, but I'm looking at the line. I'm making sure I don't go on top of the line, I stay reasonably close to it. Now in the left hand mirror I can see the other line, so I know in between two lines, the car's not quite straight, so I just need to look round and steer, and the car pivots round. And now I can see in that, the right mirror, a line nice and straight and parallel with the car. In the left mirror, nice line, straight and parallel. So let's just get my steers off. Look out the back and bring the car in nice and slow with the wheel straight. Now looking at the lines that mark the ends of the bay as it moves towards my door mirrors. Just a couple of inches under, come to a stop. Handbrake. Neutral. And again, if I feel that I need to check, I could. If I know I'm in, don't need to open the door. Good. Right, so that is the bay park left and right. Thanks for watching. Please like the clip if you did like it. Comments are always appreciated, and please subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot.